All 909.
Ladies and gentlemen.
MCAP, Movement for Change and Prosperity.
MCAP family, work wisely. All 909. Vote all 9. This time, yes we will.
Briefly, I'm not going to talk long tonight because the song talk about all of that.
Yes.
They claim that we talking about dream, but nothing much happens without a dream. For something really great to happen, it takes a really great dream. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. When the people from St. John's said they dream about getting back their community center, they came to government. And we worked with the St. John's people. And we bought the land, $100,000 to buy the land. Bought the land. St. John's person sold the land. We got BNTF on board. BNTF got a St. John's architect. He's in the crowd. There is already a St. John's contractor who has been given the contract through tendering, and he won it. The site is currently being cleared, and you will have your community center because you had a dream, and we work with you to fulfill that dream. Let us give a big round of applause for these beautiful people of St. John's who had the dream, and working along with us, they will have that community center for the people of St. John's to use. Sometimes I wonder, should I clean my house, or should I get somebody else to clean my house, or is government responsibility? Who's supposed to clean your house? Government? So when you see the opposition people, and for the first time I'll call a name because he's declared, the Honorable Donald C. Romeo and his team, and they are going to take a picture of something in Montserrat and put it on Facebook, and then turn around to say, look how MCAP have the people of Montserrat living. When in fact, that the Minister for Housing had made arrangements to move them. But let me make a proposal. Why doesn't Mr. Romeo, who runs a hardware store, provide the materials to fix our kitchen? He has a plumber on his team. Why doesn't he get that plumber to help with the plumbing? And the plumber sell plumbing supplies. They have an electrician on the team. Let the electrician work with them. This is how we as a people and we as a team work for the people of Montserrat. Let them prove that they can do the thing for the people of Montserrat. Take it down off Facebook because Montserrat people live better than that. Where's my friend Babut? Babut get a house from government. Babut get a house from government. Everybody look at Babut and feel it got no sense. When I went by Babut house and I saw how clean it was, I took the different team and I said to them, come let me show you how people in Montserrat who have been given little are showing that they can keep it clean and tidy. And this is my friend Babut. And Babut can say, yes it happened. Yes it happened. I hold the whole thing. And I all nine. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay. My friend Babut, let me say one thing to you. Babut being who he is, if he stop me on the road any day, barefoot or not, I pick him up in my vehicle. And let these people who have this thing on Facebook take it down because they not even pick up anybody on the road. Now you have people like Straffy and the others, and all of them have been trying their best. We did a social survey, and we found that there were people in Montserrat who did not have indoor toilets. One of them came up and spoke to me tonight. Somebody up the hill said, call me name. Some say, call me name. I'm proud of the fact that me not go bush no more. Because I have indoor plumbing, I have a bathroom, I have toilet, and me a bath curtain. He is one, and there are several others. He's the only one who say I can use his name. That is what we're doing for poor people in Montserrat. Let them talk about it. And we found the money, not from the British government. We went to the European Union and sourced the money for that.
Yes, you are the best. You are the best.
Let me talk about the civil servants. For years, civil servants did not pay Social Security. The government owed Social Security $17 million. $17 million. People like Joe West couldn't get Social Security pension. We went to the United Kingdom and we came back with $17 million to pay off the Social Security debt. And people like Joe West and other retired civil servants can now get their Social Security pensions. We did that. So when they say that they don't know what we do, and my friend Saga tell me I can name 40 things that we have done in Montserrat. A civil servant who on government time out there do private work.
And you give it up with all government computer and fax machine.
When we look at Dickhill Road,
So good.
Charles Conan, Easton Taylor Farrell, they all look at the Dickhill Road. We put the Dickhill Road under the BMTF program because we couldn't fund it ourselves. And as we speak, the Dickhill Road has already been designed, it is being laid out, and work will shortly start on the Dickhill Road.
Yes.
They have had meetings in that community with the people in Dickhill.
Yes. That's vision.
As soon as Mr. Romeo hear that we're doing Dickhill Road, he gonna call the people up at Dickhill and say, come and sign a petition, so he can boast and say, he get the money for Dickhill Road. A good Adventist young man. I am not attacking Adventists, I'm just saying, if you're professing Christianity, you must speak the truth. Look at Arthur Meade. They came to me and they said, we have scrap metal in Montserrat. Let us get the permission from government to cut up the scrap metal and ship it out.
Yes.
What are they trying to do now? They're trying to say Reuben Meade signed an agreement to allow these people, Montserratians, to get a job to go in there and salvage scrap metal to ship out to Montserrat.
Thank you, Premier. Thank you.
They are doing the job. They have a letter. They have a letter from a former backbencher of MCAP, who himself, without permission, and because he was a backbencher in government, he used that authority to go in there without permission and shipped out a container load of metal. Two of them. He shipped out 2 container loads of metal. Let him come and talk about it. He did it without permission and did not pay.
Yes. What do you mean?
Blessings, blessings, blessings. Let us not give any noise about the rain. Let us enjoy the rain. Let us be blessed because we have the rain. People will always claim there are things that you can't do. We decide that we're going to fill up Piper's Pond. Montserrat engineers designed it. Montserratians down there working. And imagine a man who live, he can stay from his house and throw a stone across the road to Piper's Pond. And he say, no, go on. And nobody involve him. Now look at what he's saying. Now that we have money, now that we have an investor from Dubai who is willing to come come in and invest millions of dollars to build something there. He's saying if he get no government, he could dig back out Piper Span. So my friends who are working in Piper Span, you will have lots of work, you fill it up, and you will dig it back out. So therefore we will have a lot of work down there. That's what we want to do. Full a hole and dig out the hole. Full a hole, dig out the hole. That is how we want to do the work. The people of Montserrat deserve a government that will remain together for the full 5 years. For the full 5 years. Team MCAP is that government. We have been there since 1990 as a team. We know how we come up. We have been together. When you look at Charles Kernan, we were together. Easton Taylor Farrell, although he decided not to contest the elections then, was part of that team. Jermaine Mudder was part of that grouping. Clarence Graves was part of that grouping. And Justin Hero Castle was part of that grouping. I was also part of that grouping. And we are still together today.
Unity is strength.
And when you see me with my green mug, let them put it up on Facebook and say that the premier always drunk. At least if me drink and me buy me own rum. No, I'm drinking water tonight. Why do we as people of Montserrat, why would you want to change the government when you have all of these things happening? Look at what happened in 1989. When we took over from Dr. Lewis, he had already had from the British government something saying to him, you have to turn away 140 civil servants. And on top of that, they told him you had to get rid of Rosalind Castle-Seeley. And I said, if Rosalind go, I gone. And you not turn with no civil servants. We came in. We did not give salary increase. But we kept to the courts. And Montserratians and the civil servants have remained employed without worrying whether or not they're going to have to go home. If one listens to what is happening in St. Lucia, civil servants are wondering whether or not next month they have a job. 3,000 of them went home in Barbados. And what did the IMF say last week? The IMF say more might have to go home. What did they say when they came to Montserrat? When they came to Montserrat, they said, yes, there are a few things that you need to change, but you're on the right course. And we will stay on that right course. It took us 2 years, 2009, 2010, to get our foot on the ground. Because the British government said to me, you were very disgusting in opposition and we can't trust you. It took us 2 years to convince them that we are a government where they can invest their money in Montserrat because we are safe and secure. We are honest and we will spend the money accordingly. 2 years. So we had 3 years to get things going. 3 years of the 5 years. Are you going to make the same mistake and change us? And then the new government have to wait 2 or 3 years to get their foot on the ground. All your projects and then stop. Is that what you want? We promise civil servants in Montserrat that if they work hard last year, we will share whatever savings we had with them, and we did. And we did. Despite the fact that my colleagues in the UK said that I lied to them, which I did not because we had the discussions in East Kilbride in December. which I reminded them and showed them the minutes, that I said to them, the union has asked for 15% increase, but if you can't give it, we will give a back pay from the money which we save. And we did. We are a government that believes in working for the people. We look at the future. We look at the future. We have to look at what we're going to do with our children. Just this week, a parent said to me, my son has gotten an athletic scholarship to go to a university in the United States, and track and field scholarship in the United States. That's because of people like Jermaine Wade and Colin Riley have been pushing the sports program. We promise that we have a ferry, and therefore teams can go back and forth for free on the ferry. Colin Riley took a team to Antigua and mash up the place in Antigua. Because when you're playing only against your own self, you don't know how good you are. And the competition there means that Montserratians will achieve. This is a government. What do you think about this government? Do we deserve at least 5 more years? Have we earned it? We're doing it 5 years at a time. And people are saying, why you not call the election now and catch them with their pants down? We are not going to take the government by default. We're not going to say because they're not ready that we're going to go ahead so you have no choice. We are afraid of nobody because our work speaks for itself. Our work speaks for itself. And therefore, when we set an election date, let them come to you, because up to now they can't get ready. Up to now they can't get ready. And you don't even know who the leader is. But you know who the team MCAP is, and we announce that. Look at all them beautiful people on the postcard, on the thing up there. And look at the top, at the projects that are there. And the make-up things, those are real things. We will continue to work with the people of Montserrat. We're looking to the future. The future. And we are the team who will deliver that future. So when you come to the polls and when people are coming around to your house, as Charles said, when you see them come in with this in their hand, you don't know when they take the picture and then they put it on Facebook. When you're having a conversation and then you see people put up the phone like this, you know, tape them and tape you. But let me say one thing. Anything I say up here or any argument I have in the crowd, you can tape all you like. I can say it publicly. I don't hide to say what I have to say. Whether you like what I say or not, I tell you the truth. And that is important. I'm not going to tell you I got to do something for you and then next week they will dodge you because I can't do it. Team MCAP delivers what we promise. I want Nurse Brenda Daly to step forward. Nurse Brenda Daly. And the reason why I want her to come first is because I want to clear up something before they put it on the road. This lady is a specialized nurse. The only one of her kind in Montserrat. If you go in the operating theater, she's the last person you see. And when you wake up, she wakes you up. Therefore, we cannot take her away from the hospital. But it is against the rules for her to be there as a civil servant, and she has resigned with immediate effect. The governor has indicated to me we can't afford now to go and try and find somebody like her from overseas. We don't have enough notice. So he said, we will offer her a 4-month contract for her to continue her services. If she win the election, then we try to figure out something. And she will win the election, so we will figure out something. So when they come and say, because we in government, we make special arrangement with her, and they expect the same thing, ask them why Brenda Daly had to get a special contract. If somebody fall down here tonight and have to go to the theater, you're going to see her run gone to the hospital. That is the capability of the person we have. This is the team that we're putting before you. Stand here with me, Brenda. Dr. Samuel Joseph. Dr. Samuel Joseph. I saw him the other night and I couldn't recognize him. He got a nice haircut. But let's dispel something. Because I hear arguments even in church. Even in church. How you expect us to vote for a man who don't believe in God? Okay? They can't find anything against him, so that's what they gone down to say no. They say me drink and drunk and a fight, and they say he don't believe in God. You know who his father is? John Joseph and his mother. Beautiful young lady, stand up and let's give you a round of applause. This gentleman grew up in a Christian home. And let nobody question his beliefs. When they come to you with this rubbish, run them. Right, young man. He's not saying to vote for me because I used to teach in the school. He has said, this is what I have done over the past 5 years. These are the contributions I have made. And therefore, even my personal contribution. How much you said you paid? $20,000 out of his own pocket to help abuse women. All the women in the crowd stand up and say, yeah, yeah. He has worked with your children, took them on debating competitions. And then he had the gall to say, well, we can't finance the debating competition. And then send some young people to say, go negotiate with the premier for the money. The first time they came, I run them. They come back the second time, I say, okay, let's talk. And we gave them $100,000 to run the debating competition in Montserrat, which we won. Samuel Joseph. Lava bits and all of those, we don't need to go into all of that. Roy Graves. Roy Graves, construction, manager, teacher, hard worker, very committed, trustful. When he used to work at Public Works and a man get a job, they would come to him and say, let me give you something. Roy always said to them, I get paid every month. I not like some of the others who will take something onto the table. This is an honest man. And don't let them go and spread the rumor about him. I can vouch for him. Yes. Justin Hero Castle. Just go down. Justin Hero Castle. Do I have to say anything about him? But hear what people saying. Hear what people saying. Justin don't worth it to be in politics. This is somebody who, when he went to university, did not have a scholarship, did not know how he was going to get into the university, and he found a way using his brains, and the same thing they're accusing him of, to get into university, and came up with a first-class honors degree. This is a man committed to his work. We know the work he has done with Arrow. We know the work he has done with MCAP in terms of getting a lot of things done behind the scenes. This is a man who deserves your support as well. Jermaine Wade. First thing tomorrow morning, Jermaine Wade going to catch the ferry. He has to go off to St. Kitts. He has sent his motorsports people down to Nevis, and he has to go with them. But he said, no, I have to talk to the people before I go. He has a basketball team that he's managing that's already in Nevis. He's so committed that tomorrow morning early, he's going to be on the ferry, heading down there to make sure that they bring back the gold to Montserrat. Chairman Wade gets the same pay as the leader of the opposition, gets paid the same as all of the other backbenchers. Any one of them stand up to him in terms of the work that he has done? He has not gotten 1 penny more for the work that he has done, and he has produced. He said give him 1 term and he will earn the rest. Has he earned another 5 years? Colin Riley. No, you mustn't call him big head. Okay, tell me I could call him big head. But you know, when you go shop and you have a big basket, you expect a lot of things to go in there. And the reason why he head's so big, he has plenty brain. Plenty brain. And it's not that he have a brain that he not use. He used the brain. And he used the brain for the children of Montserrat. For the people of Montserrat. Teacher, coach, mentor, and a wonderful minister. Give it up for Colin Riley. Easton Taylor Farrell. Easton Taylor Farrell. Easton Taylor Farrell. I'm not going to say a thing about him. I don't have to say anything about him. Shout the people, Easton. One of the original members of MCAP. And my brother, Charles T. Kernan. We're not going to tell you what the T stand for. Again, somebody who has delivered. One of the things I can say about this young man, he's not yet 60, but so he's still young. When you have something going before cabinet, and it has anything to do with law, the first man will say to the Attorney General, back up a little bit. That is not correct. He goes through all of the laws, all of the documents, and challenges everything. These are people who you need in your cabinet. They are not yes men. I have been the leader of MCAP for the past 5 years. Has this team delivered? Are you satisfied with the new members? Will you vote for all of them? Will you vote all 9? Will you tell your friends and your family, vote all 9? Will you tell Trixie who in the crowd, vote all 9? And for my friend Babbitt. Babbitt, an honorary member, you don't have to vote for him. You don't have to vote for him. But as Babbitt said, they can talk all they want. Come election day, what you gonna do? All 9. All 9. As Babbitt say, all 9. It is not because we buy him out. It is because he is convinced that this is the team who look after him and people in his circumstance. We not shame or poor people. We will not put the situation on Facebook. And we will continue to work for you, the people of Montserrat. So what did the bear say to us in song? What did the bear say to us in song? Do you agree with what bear said to us in song? Let us hear what bear had to say to us in song.
MCAP again. Tell them others plain. We vote in MCAP again. MCAP again. MCAP again. We done make up in mind what we say. We voting for the whole 9. Oh, come. We voting. MCAP all the way. MCAP all the way. Yeah, man. Oh.
MCAP, Movement for Change and Prosperity.